Good morning, movers. Welcome back to Move Daily Fitness. It's Tracy, Steen. The workout today is going to be a back and chest workout. So two major muscle groups in the upper body. I do a lot of arm workouts where we hit biceps, triceps, shoulders, but this one's going to be isolated on these two muscle groups. The format within this is going to be rep range. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 4 sets of everything. You'll do 15 reps. That'll be your warm-up set. And then we'll increase weights as we descend in our rep amount. So we'll do 15, then 12, then 10, then 8. At that 8 rep range, lift as heavy as you can with good form. I'll do supersets today, so 1 back, 1 chest, back to back for 4 sets. You're gonna require a variety of dumbbells for the workout, and here's what I've used. Of course, lift within your abilities. I'll also use my bench, something to lie on. If you don't have one, I'll show you modifications, or you can just use the floor. All right, we'll start with a warm up and end with a cool down. Hey, and we do have our brand new How to Build Muscle as You Age 4.0. That's gonna come out in January, so if you're really looking to build muscle, these types of workouts will be in there. For more information, click or tap the card at the top of the screen or check in the description below. All right, are you ready to move daily? Me too, let's go. Okie dokie. We're hitting traditional strength training on the watch, and we're just gonna start with a little bit of active rest here just to increase blood flow a bit. Maybe you're just waking up this morning. This is my first time talking this morning. First time moving my body. I've been doing some work sitting at my computer. So I'm happy to start moving here. All right, let's go into some arm circles right here. All right, switch direction. And heel digs right here. Push those arms forward. Draw the elbows back and stretch the chest. Let's hit high knees right here. Lift the arms up. To keep you away from my mind, and I tell you this ain't no lie. And butt kick with a punch right here. To find someone new to give all my time. But all I wanna do is rewind. Slow things down, hinge forward at the hips with knees soft and stretch it out here. Give that wrist a roll. And switch. And switch. One more here. Good. Let's keep those knees soft and some front and back bends right here. Last one here. One hand behind the head, one behind the back. Pull those elbows back, big stretch in the chest there. And switch. Switch. One more here. And let's go into our torso turn. Remember, those first 15 reps will be lighter. We'll be just in that warm-up phase, and then we'll move into 3 harder working sets. Okay, very good. There's the first superset. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's start with chest here. We're gonna go right into a lying chest press. I'll use 15s to start. You can go on your back on the bench or on the ground. We're doing 15 reps, remember, for both exercises here. Over the chest, get ready, and press toward the ceiling. You can bring those elbows in just slightly, so they're sort of on an angle. There's 3. Squeeze the chest at the top. There's 10, we've got about 5 more here. And last one for me, there's 15, okay. You could keep the same weights for a couple of the sets if you don't have a huge variety of weights or you don't feel like you can go up to the next level, so keep that in mind. Into your one arm row. I'm gonna hold a 25. We're gonna hinge forward. You can hinge forward on any surface, a couch, chair, bench, nice flat back. We're hitting rhomboids here. Let's draw it up. You've got 15 per arm. So 1 and work. Five more for me. And there's 15. Switching sides, keep that back flat, engage the core, and row for 15. I've got 5 more, that's 10. All right, very nice. Set that down, and now into our second set. We're not gonna take a huge break in between because this is the beauty of doing supersets. Our chest was resting while our back was working, so we're almost ready to get into it. Quick sip. 12 reps each this time. I'm going up to my 20s for the chest press. Here we go. And 12 over the chest, on the back, or on your ground or your bench. There's 12. Think about how much you had left in the tank. If you had 3 or 4 reps left, you're gonna go up to the next weight amount during the next set, okay? Into your one arm row. I'm grabbing a 30 this time for 12 reps each. You could put your knee on the bench if you wish, okay? I've been liking this forward croc row movement here. All right, rowing for 12, I've got my 25, or my 30, and up. There's 12. And switching arms, back is flat, and pull. Okay, there's 12. That got heavy. That got heavy for 12. Nice. 10 reps each. Into the chest press. I'll go up to my 25 pounds. Over the chest. Recapturing my heart rate a little bit here. All right. Grabbing 25s. Again, you can stay at the same weight amount if you feel you need to. Here we go for 10. And push. There's 10. Okay, I had a few left in the tank, so I'll go up to 30s in my last round there for sure. Back to the one arm row, 10 reps here. I'll stick with my 30 on this round. All right, you ready? Super flat back, pull. There's 10. Okay, that was a good weight for me. Switching sides and pull 10. Okay, good. Whew, felt that. Now, our last set. Let's grab a quick sip. We're doing 8 reps here. So, what can you do for 8 with good form and safely? Hate that the heat's on right now. I needed it earlier and now regret turning it up. I'm holding 30s here for 8 reps. Okay, here we go. Over the chest, push. Wrists are locked in neutral. Oh, there we go. Good. The last one was right toward failure for me. I maybe had one more rep in the tank. Whew, okay. Last row, and I'll pop up to my 35 pounds here. I have rowed 40 pounds for 5 reps, but 8 reps, I'm gonna stick with a 35 here. I gotta hit this a few more times before I jump up. Okay, 8 per side, holding a 35. Here we go. There we go. It was hard, switching and row. Yeah, good. Okay, hard but doable. Nice. Excellent. Let's move on to the next superset here. I'll let you have a quick sip. You can pause the video if you need a longer break, but check out the screen and that's what's coming next. Okay, we're gonna do a chest fly. I'm inclining my bench, but if you don't have an incline bench, feel free to do it on a flat bench, the floor, or a Swiss ball. We're rounding through the chest. We're supersetting. I'm gonna use my bar in the cables and do a lat pull down. If you don't have that, which most of you won't, feel free to do a dumbbell pullover. So on the ground, that's just gonna be here, hips up, and we're gonna do a long dumbbell pullover, stretching. We're trying to think of targeting the long back muscles there, okay? So, all right, let's go chest flies. I'm starting with 12 pounds. On an incline or flat bench or the floor, you're gonna round your arms and open at the chest. Here we go. So we open slow and squeeze. You've got 15 here. Round one is 15, remember. We're just warming things up. There's 10, I've got 5 more. There's 15. If you were at a gym, you could do the seated pec deck where you're here and squeezing, okay? Or cables here where you're squeezing here. So now you're gonna do a dumbbell pullover lying flat on the bench or on your back. I'm gonna hit a lat pull down. We're doing 15. All right, so nice and tall. If you're at a gym, you're under a machine that does this. Otherwise, I'm making shift here as best I can. Let's go for 15. Pull, nice wide grip, and 2. There's 10, 5 more. Nice. If I didn't care about the camera angle, I'd be further underneath that bar, like right underneath the bar, okay? But gotta make sure I'm in the screen here. Okay, round 2. 12 reps of everything. I'm gonna stick with my 12 pounds for this. I'm not super strong on this exercise, so I don't tend to overdo it, but you can go up if you can. Rounded arms like you're hugging a tree. Someone said like you're hugging a beach ball, either or. Here we go for 12. There's 12. Very nice. Okay, setting that down. Get ready for your dumbbell pullover or your lat pull. I'm gonna go up in my weight amount here. Underneath the bar or flat on your back with a diamond shape, thinking of your lats. Wide grip if you're here. And let's go for 12. Get into position. Pull, pause, and slow. Two more for me. And there's 12. Okay, very good. Nice quick sip. Moving into our 10 reps. Okay, I will go up on my 8 reps. Feel free to go up here. I'm gonna stick with 12s. All right, rounding the arms, 10 reps here, and open, slow, and squeeze. Two more for me. Okay, there's 10. Nice. Shake it out. I'm gonna go up a bit more on my lat pull down. If you're doing the dumbbell pullover, determine what you can do with good form and safely. You gotta get in and out of that one, which can be a challenge. All right, let's get into position. Hitting 10 of each here, quite a bit heavier. Wide grip if you're using this one, and pull. Good. Last for me. And there's the 10. All right. Good. 8 reps each. This is where I'm gonna jump up to the 15s. Final set. Let's hit 8 of each, rounding those arms, and slow on the descent. Open, open, and squeeze for 8. Okay, there's 8. Nice. Whew, excellent. Last dumbbell pullover or lat pull. I think I can go up one more here. Last 8, folks. You're tall and pull. And there's 8, very nice. Okay, good work. Grab a sip of water, take a look at the screen, and join me back for the next set. We're starting back with our bent over wide row. Now, I'm gonna do one arm at a time. You're gonna pull it up to 90 degrees there. We're working a little bit of lower trap, upper trap, middle back muscles. There's a bit of rear delt, of course, in here as well. I'm starting with a 12 pound. We're gonna hinge forward on something. You could just be right in half here as well. Okay, pulling up, hinge forward, and 15 aside. I'm starting with my 12 pounds. So up and slow. No swinging at the bottom. There's 5, keep going. Five more for me. And there's my 15, switching sides. And 15 here, up.
Just let go, lose control, play songs on the radio too loud. This could be magical.
There's 10, 5 more here.
This could be magical.
And 15. Going into our crush grip press. This is a close grip press. You could use a barbell if you had that. And I'm gonna do it on a slight incline bench. You could do it on a flat bench or the ground. I'm holding 12s to start with. These dumbbells are gonna go close together and we're pushing straight to the ceiling. A little bit of tricep involved here as well, but a lot of chest. All right, you've got 15 and up. Good, and 2.
Driving narrow streets in a rusty car, leading to the sea, think we're getting close. We should take a pic, baby, strike a pose. I remember every day that I spent right here with you.
There's 10, 5 more here.
Are the one who makes me feel as good as I do. Baby, I wanna still act like we are 22 right now.
There's my 15. Okay. Going into 12 reps of everything, folks, and into our bent over wide row. I'll move up to a 15 pounds. And again, wherever you'd like to hinge, we're pulling out to 90 degrees on the elbow, out to the side, and here we go for 12. Up and slow. Last for me, and there's 12. Switching sides. And pull.
Speed away from the holy mind, pride. I swear I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on trying to stand still, it feels like a
And 12 right there. Okay, excellent. Moving into your crush grip press. I'm gonna grab that other 15 for 12 reps. So we're pushing 30 pounds in total. You could just use one bigger dumbbell as well. That's an option. You just put both hands around it and press. All right, to the ceiling, you've got 12 and up.
in the heat from a hot California. I forgot how you look.
There's 12, good. Okay, set 3, moving into 10 reps of everything. I'm gonna stick with my 15-pound dumbbell, hinging forward at the hips, and pull out to the side for 10. Up and slow. 2.
But you got me good, you got me good. I keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on trying.
There's my 10. Switching sides. And 10. Control the down, don't let it just fall down.
Just being all the red lights, keep on driving.
There's 10. Okay, little sip, moving into, 10 reps of everything now. I'm gonna go up to my 20-pound dumbbells for the crush grip press. I think I just did 10 there. I was supposed to do 12, sorry. I was thinking of the next exercise already. Okay, 10 reps each. Hopefully you did it right. Holding my 20s, let's go for 10 reps in our crush grip. Here we go. And 10. Control the down. There's 10. Okay, that was good. That felt good. I'm gonna stick with one of these 20s for my wide row. 10 aside, here we go. And out to the side for 10. Holding my 20. Okay, there's 10. Switching arms. Nice flat back. Don't swing at the bottom. Up for 10. Okay, lovely. Last round here. I am gonna keep that 20 because I'll do the wide row with it again, I think. But popping up to my 25s for my crush grip. 8 reps of everything here, folks. Let's move to our 8 rep set. Whew, that's gonna be heavy. It's 50 pounds in total. Make sure you're ready. Here we go for 8. Let's go. Wow, okay, that was heavy. That was heavy, that was hard for me. Doable, perfect for my 8 reps. Yikes. All right, last 8. I'll stick with the 20 for the wide row. Here we go. And pull, 1. There's 8, switching sides, and 8. And 8, very nice. Okay. We've got one last step for you. Take a quick sip and join me back for that. Okay, last set, we're gonna go into push-ups. We'll start with 15. You can modify these from the wall, from your knees, from an elevated surface, or hit them from your toes. I'll start these 15 from my knees, back is flat, and here we go.
Drink
There's 10, 5 more. And 15, okay, good. Moving into our bent over reverse grip row. 15 reps. I'll start with 12 pounds. Think of pulling the dumbbells toward your ribs. Of course, you could use a barbell if you had that. Here we go, stay hinged forward. And 2, squeeze your shoulder blades. 3, 5 more for me. There we go. Excellent. If that hurts your back and you have an incline bench that you'd like to help support your back, you set the bench here, then lie on your stomach, make sure you're maybe against a wall, and then you can hit that row here. It's a wonderful way to even lift a bit heavier while supporting the back. 12 reps each. Let's go back to our push-ups. And 12, here we go. There's 12, a little stretch on the chest. Oh yeah. Okay, nice. Moving to our bent over reverse grip for 12. I'm gonna hold 15s here. Nice flat back, hinge, or use the bench to assist. Little pause at the top. There's 5. And 12. Nice. Okay, 10 reps of everything. Need a sip? Okay, let's grab a quick sip. Then into our 10. I have a bit of a sore front shoulder, so I'm modifying my push-ups today. I don't want to make it worse, so do them from your toes if you can. Otherwise from the knees or mod, how you need. And here's our 10, nice flat back. And 10, stretch that out. Oh yeah. That stretch always feels so good. I'm gonna grab 20s for my reverse grip row. Nice flat back, engage the core, and row for 10. Nice, okay. All right, folks, you've made it to the final round. Oh, swing those arms out. Back and chest have been activated. Let's finish with 8 reps for our push-ups here. Get ready and work for 8. Oh goodness. Here we go. Roll those wrists out for a second. You have baby wrists like me. Finishing with my 20 pounds for 8 reps in my row. Let's finish strong, everyone. Engage the core and hinge, row for 8. Last 3, 2, 1 and done. You've moved daily in your back and chest workout. Whew, nice work, folks. Thanks for joining. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this type of workout. Don't forget that our How to Build Muscle as You Age 4.0 is out now. You can click or tap the card at the end of the workout or check in the description below. Otherwise, join for a stretch if you can. Okay, move up to a wall. Let's do a chest stretch. Oh, there we go. Catch the breath. Put that arm high so we can lengthen through the pec, how it runs across the body here. It feels really good. Just kind of turn the torso away from the wall. You'll get a tremendous stretch there. I was talking to Dr. Colin Haynes, switch sides. He's a spine surgeon. I just interviewed him for the podcast in January. And he was just talking about the importance of stretching the front of the body, because so often people tend to work the front of the body muscles because that's what we see. And they don't as frequently work the back of the muscles that you don't see. We did both today. Let's round on something, reach up through the shoulder blade and try and stretch that out. His advice was definitely to be consistent about working those back muscles, strengthening the rhomboids, the traps, the middle back, the lats. Switch sides and working the front, but also lengthening through the front and hitting those stretches and mobility work consistently, and how much that will support your spine health. So it was very interesting to hear all the things. He very much, of course, advocated also to do very regular. Let's put this hand behind the back, gently pull this way, and we're going to stretch through that neck extensor here. He advocated doing core work regularly. Dead bug, bird dog, bear crawl, plank, basic core moves. They're not, anything fancy pants, switch sides, but doing them regularly, 5 minutes, 3-4 times a week is a great idea, just to add those things in. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes each time, I think is a great thing. So you could take those 4 or 5 exercises, repeat it through twice, do that 4 times a week, and that would be a great work on the core around through the back. Anyway, I thought it was an interesting conversation, and I feel like I have pretty good spine health. I don't have osteopenia or anything in my bones, so that's good. And but one of the things round through the back, drop those shoulders low and stretch the chest. One of the things that he is not a big fan of, because he's seen how it impacts the spine and disc degeneration, etc., is heavy barbell back squats. So putting a heavy barbell on your back and hitting those squats. He's like, there's other ways to train. He's like, it just so often will lead to injury. And he's like, those things on TikTok is like, as a neurosurgeon, I would never, XYZ. And he said, as a spine surgeon, I would never heavy barbell squat. So there you go. I don't do that anyway. I feel like we do enough squats with our dumbbells, and that's great activation for glutes and quads. So I'm happy with what we do here. All right, thanks for joining. Go move daily in your wellness and nutrition. Grab that How to Build Muscle as You Age 4.0 right there. I'll see ya in the next one.